Hi, welcome again to the South African Community Health. I'm again your host, Mvulazana. I know that I owe you this video that deals with the right of the witness. As we look again, we navigate again through the Senzo Meyiwa case. We all know that in South Africa, the rights of the witness are derived from the Constitution of South Africa, particularly the Bill of Rights, Chapter 2, which guarantees dignity, privacy, safety, as well as specialized legislation like the Witness Protection Act number 112 of 1998. These rights ensure that witnesses can contribute to the administration of justice without fear, intimidation, or unnecessary trauma. Or maybe if we can't say trauma, we say our people are going through second victimization. There are key things that I wanted us to look at. The right to human dignity. Every person has the right to human dignity. We have seen that through when Nisi has put on his witnesses, the witnesses like Absalom Zungu, like Makosonke, like Ukwabini, through the witness. But remember, the whole three were taken as by the prosecutors as their section 204. We never knew about that. We only knew as they came now to give evidence as witnesses of the defense. The right to dignity is very important. We are looking at the dignity that these people are being given inside court, whereby we feel that their dignity it's not taken to heed by the judge and the judiciary itself, that is your prosecutors. And it simply says witnesses have the right to be treated with respect, fairness, and courtesy by all court officials. This includes the police, the prosecutors, including the court itself. And number two, we go to the freedom of security of a person. This includes the right to be protected from intimidation, harassment, fear, and physical harm. When we look at intimidation, we know that whenever the prosecutor come to ask them questions, they have been put through a lot of intimidation. They are being intimidated. Their rights are on many a times violated. They are even put, because of what way they went through, they are not being taken properly, even, physical harm. Remember when Gwabini was there with the friends? I'm just reminding you of what has happened in court. That time when Gwabini was in court, when now it was the time for the prosecutor to ask them questions. Gwabini was coming with the friends to court, and we have just observed something else whereby they were also harassed as people that were attending. Even us as people that are attending the court, we also have our own rights, because we cannot be intimidated inside the court. We remember the way they were taken out of the court, taken outside, and Nisi had to follow and go and listen to what is happening to them until the witness himself was disturbed about that. And when he asked the Judge Arata to say, I'm worried that the people that came with me to court, yes, labo bamphelezeleyo, they were going through harassment. He did not know because he was in the witness stand. He wanted to ask the judge, and the judge said, how would I know? Even though the judge had the right to ask, to say, please let me know what is happening. And by that time, it's when Chacharata took it that his life was being harassed. I don't know how. Did they have guns when they got into the court? I can't believe so. Because everybody, when he gets into government buildings, they are being searched. They go through that machine that it detects whether everything is fine with them. But it was just to destabilize the court by then. Hey, remember that day when the five accused, they were standing up in court during lunchtime, bathi bayasukuma nje ukuthi inyawo zabo zibe right, and until the members of correctional services had a fight with them to say sit down. You can't be sitting for the whole day. It reminded me of that period when the fight came in, when they tried to fight even the person from from the from the coming with them, who were transporting them to the court from their cells. And also let us also dwell into the protection of privacy, their privacy, especially the witnesses themselves. They were not taken properly. Here it says victims and witnesses, particularly children and elderly men like Ubaba Absalom, they have the right to have their privacy protected, which may include testifying in camera, and of which that is happening. That has happened even to the witnesses of the prosecutors. And they prescribed their own way, the ones that came from the prosecution side. Therefore, it had to apply to all of them. We can't see them in court, even the reactions, even if we feel like, hey, we feel like we could look at the reaction of the witnesses. We can't see that. All of them, they have the right to that. They also have the right to legal protection. If a witness faces threats or risks of their life, the state has the duty to provide protection. In this case, have we ever seen the state protecting the witnesses of the defense? But whilst we are there, let me remind you, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video and also to share it. Share it with the people that you know so that we make this channel big and big. And then so that even in the future, we are able to can reach numbers. Maybe let me also take this moment to thank all those who have subscribed. We are now at 300. You can't imagine that we are just a week old, but we are able to reach 300. Can we, by the end of this week, reach 500? I'm just asking, I'm pleading. Can we reach 500 in terms of our people who are subscribing? Can we subscribe? Let us not only like the video, but subscribe to the video. Because when you do this, it is for free. It is for free. You just press in the button of subscribing and also like. And also let us not forget to comment, because your comments are the ones that are giving me a chance to come up with better topics that I think we need to do. The rights, one of the rights is the right to compensation. Do you remember when Absalom was also in the stand? When he started giving his testimony, he said, I'm worried that I've been sleeping in the garage. I don't know if that right was not violated. Witnesses are entitled to payment of witness fees to cover expenses incurred. Also, such as travel and loss of income. When we talk of loss of income, let us be reminded that Gwabini have also to say, remember that I am still going to work and I don't know when will I finish in the stand and whether will I lose my job. Because for that period that Gwabini was in the stand, the court is supposed to pay for the loss of income by that period. That, witnesses do not have, they have the right, just as the witnesses that are brought by prosecutors. But in this case, we only see justice on the other hand. But on the other side, we do not see it. Or maybe we don't know. Maybe some things need to be explained to us as viewers. But by Absalom Zungu, they're telling us that he was sleeping in the garage, it simply says they are not well taken care of. Because even the defense, they are afraid to disclose where these people are sleeping because they are afraid that they can also be unalived, just like Senzo was unalived, just like what other witnesses have been unalived. And these witnesses were telling us the stories that they went through. They went through a lot. They were basically their Section 204, of which they never utilized them because they felt that, the prosecutors felt that they are not going to make them win this case. But maybe we should make the defense alert that they should also bring, neutral people, like people like Awo Baba Kasibiya. Mina, I feel like Baba Kasibiya could have been brought to explain that when the time when they were Gininda brought Sibiya Ekaya, what did they also go through? And where was Sibiya? Maybe somebody who would create an alibi for Usibiya to say where was Sibiya by that time of the 26th of October 2014, and also how they were handled by the same police, and even the alleged money that they were promised if they could implicate the other accused persons. That, I think we have missed it. I don't know if maybe he was that witness that never came to court, that maybe never came through, because we are not told who was coming to court by that time. It is important that all witnesses should feel free, because the court should be the freest place. Like Nisi always says, it is the freest area whereby you can express yourself. The protection of identity, even for elderly people and for children, information that may reveal the identity of the child, if it is a child witness or an elderly person, victims, is prohibited from public. They must be protected at all costs. And the other point is that they have the obligation linked to rights. While having these rights, witnesses are also need to be reminded not to incriminate themselves. When the witnesses of the prosecutors were coming to court, we had every time when Judge Arata kept on saying, please tell the witness not to incriminate himself. Why was Judge Arata not doing it the same with the witnesses of the defense? Maybe we should continue reminding them that they should not incriminate themselves, because immediately as they incriminate themselves, that will lead to them being detained also, becoming the very same thing that they did to them. Because, as you listen to all of them, police beat them. And, I have listened yesterday in the morning when Channel 405 was doing the summary for last week. They pressed a lot about they needed to create an alibi for Sibiya, for Sibiya. Maybe when we go to Mtanzi, we should wise up, as Mtanzi has already started giving evidence. And I'm happy that Mtanzi is now talking. He is now projecting even his voice. He is now telling it as it happened. And also, we need to encourage them. We need to continue to pray for them together with the Meyiwa family. One cannot even forget how Patricia Mashale was also victimized, hey, in the ad hoc committee when he was raising the Senzo Meyiwa case to say basically these people that are in the dock are not the right people allegedly. Why did they leave the 375, the cast 375? When is it going to come to play? After these people are being sentenced, because we can see that they will be sentenced allegedly as we listen fully. We need to stand with them, pray for them, continuously praying for them, and also giving them strength so that they should know and maybe tell the truth as it is. Because we could feel, as people that are watching this case, that these are not the right people. These are not the right accused persons for this case. And will the justice for the Senzo Meyiwa family really be reached? That's another question we must ask ourselves. As we come to this, the closing of this, the beginning of the February month, we will deal a lot with the February month in the health part in our next video, just to remind ourselves how, it is the teenage pregnancy month. It is also the lovers month, teenage pregnancy. We will deal a lot with the teenage pregnancy that we are experiencing in our schools and all that. And we need to continuously teach ourselves about what the Constitution is saying to us and stand by the rights, and also look if this court, Yaka Chacharata, is it standing by the rights, even the rights of the defense. It's not only the state that have got rights, even the defense has got rights. Even though Chacharata, when he talks to the defense, he talks to them as if they are small children, allegedly. He does not address them well. Those are the things that we need to make noise about as communities. This is our place to can say that. We have to protect them. They also need to be protected, even by the judiciary. When they see, I don't know why Chief Justice Maya, I will always call on you to say, are you looking at what is happening in that case? Chief Justice, Justice Maya, please come to our rescue, because we also don't want to watch something. But we are not going, as Ngeges Pelumoya, we will watch it every day so that we can speak about it freely, because here on social media, it's when we make our voices heard as communities. But as we come to the end of this video, let us not stop to subscribe, because we still need more subscribers. I beg of you, please, we need more of subscribers. We need you to also like the video and please share it